Hello everyone, welcome to another round of LSA. We will be getting underway shortly for the sprint. We are just trying to get a couple of guys in the lobby still. Let me see if I can just send them one more invite. Just let me know if everything is sounding fine. I think everything is working. Okay, let's see. D square. See if we can get you in the lobby. And I don't think Remco is coming, unfortunately. Okay. Two, just quickly sorting out the Discord. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to ready up. Okay, we're gonna ready up. Apologies. Hey, Captain Slow, welcome to the stream. Good to see you in the chat. Just wanna Okay, so we are gonna go at, what is that, 23. Always a pleasure learning from the best while watching. Yeah, that's true. These guys are the best. Oh, cool. As you can see in our pit lane, we've got the LSA banners flying in the China pit lane. Looking good as always. Right, so for those who are new to LSA, how this works is we've got a sprint race today. So that's exciting. Sprint race, the grid is determined by the reverse championship order. So the guys leading the championship start the sprint last, and the guys who are at the bottom of the championship, they start the sprint at the front, and the reserves start at the back. Sorry, I'm just trying to get one of the guys into the lobby for the main race. He's having a bit of a connection struggle. Right, so how this then works is the sprint result then determines the grid for the race. So where you finish the sprint, that is where you're going to start the race. normal sprint points as in real life count. So 8 points for first, down to 1 point for eighth. Obviously our race points are different to the real life point system. But the sprint points is the same point system as they use in real life. And then final thing I wanted to mention, can't remember what that was. And Stan, hello Ota, that is my granddad. So welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy it. Not racing as I usually do, but commentating the season. So something a bit different, but hopefully we can enjoy it nevertheless. So it looks like it's going to be a dry sprint, bit cloudy. But looks like it's going to remain dry. I haven't heard any of the drivers complaining about rain. Let me just also tell Remco that he can join for the main race. Okay. Anstan says the download is quite slow. Hopefully that's not an issue from my side. Hopefully the stream is okay. Okay, Remco says he'll join for the main race. He will not be in the sprint, but he will be here for the main race, so that's good. Okay, let's go. Sorry, we can go. Right, and here we go. It's lights out and away we go. Watari starting from pole, gets a good start. Baby boy right behind him. At the back here we've got some battles going. Oh, there's some contact between a horse and a kick. Is that Big T? Yes, that is Big T. Already up to P11 in his horse. So it looks like it was a clean start for everyone. As we jump back to the front of the field. Clean lap 1. You love to see it. Right, let's have a look at the tires. So everyone is on mediums except for Skylar Sims, who is Imi. So Imi is Skylar Sims. And then Storming Thunderhead and Japes are also on the hards. Ooh, that's an Alpine going a bit wide there. So lap 1 almost done, and we've got Buerta leading the pack by almost a second. From Baby Boy. Ooh, who's that? Storming Thunderhead. I think that was him. Just went completely off track there at the back. Right, up to the hairpin. Everyone keeping it nice and clean. Oh, there's two guys going off track. That's Winterish and James. As there's a Mercedes in the background going off track as well. That's, I think that's Don Rabico. And that's lap 1 of the sprint complete. We've got Buerta now into turn 1 and 2. Death Queen says hello. Hey Death Queen, welcome to the stream. Thank you for supporting Spikes and Pantry. As you guys can see, we've got some Springbok logos. We've got the LSA banners. Stream is looking fantastic. Right, so Baby Boy now has broken his, well, Buerta has broken his second to Baby Boy. Baby Boy gonna try and hunt him down, get back into the DRS. Followed closely by Rikus, followed by Skylar Sims. Now Skylar is one to watch because he's on those hard compound tires. So for the first 4 laps or so, those hards will still have to warm up, but once they get into a working temperature, round about lap 4 or 5, they are going to be the fastest tire, and so then Skylar will be one to look out for. Then we've got Pantry Star in P5, Spikes in P6, so Death Queen, your 2 guys running well at the start of the sprint. Then we've got Venom Puzzle in P7, Sugar Bear in P8, David's in P9, Winterish in P10, Debo Croc in P11. So debut in LSA for Debo Croc. Welcome to you, sir. Good to have you in the league, and I hope you still have many enjoyable races with us. As that's James going a bit wide in the final corner there, followed by Centerfold, returning driver, and he's now in tier 1. So good luck to you. Hopefully you have a fantastic season. He was the tier 3 champion last season, and yeah, going from tier 3 straight into tier 1. We'll see how he gets along in the coming races. Then we've got Storming Thunderhead, one of the title challengers, down in P14, followed by Japes, and then Don Rabico, one of the other title challengers, and then Apex Big T, the championship leader, and he's got some end plate damage. So he's got some wing damage there on his front right end plate. And then comes Spinnercorp. So Spinnercorp looks like he's also got some wing damage. As Pantry Star has left the session. Ooh, there's Spikes is out. What happened to Spikes? There he is in the barrier at the back. He probably just lost it on that left-hander. Very easy to do. Spikes out of the sprint. Can you believe it? Let's quickly see if we can get Pantry back into the lobby. Friends. Pantry Star sent you an invite. Back to the front we go. Oh no, Baby Boy has taken the lead. I have missed that. With all of the shenanigans happening at the back of the field, the Baby Boy now leads the sprint from Buerta, from Rikus. These guys are really close. And then comes Imi, who is Skylar Sims. So far a good day for Red Bull. And our Skylar Sims will try and close that gap, get back into the 1 second range. You can see how much more grip he has already on lap 4. That gap is closing, and I think he will be within a second by the time they get to the DRS zone. As you can see, he's just gaining bit by bit. And Venom Puzzle now is going to have quite a tough time trying to stay within that 1 second of Imi. Then you've got Sugar Bear in P6, and then David's in P7. Now, where's the action? The action seems to be back here, where the gaps are around about 3/10 between all these drivers. You can see this is quite a big train. Storming Thunderhead leading that train as he gets on the curb, which compromises him a bit for the left-hander. And now he's not going to have DRS. So let's see what happens down this straight. Can Centerfold get him? The dirty air on this long right-hander is crazy going down this back straight. But now we've got Centerfold. He does have quite a bit of a battery advantage over Storming. Here we go. Does he go for the move? No, he doesn't. Oh, that's Japes behind, running a bit wide. Almost going into the back of his teammate, I think. Or on the back of Centerfold. So Don Rabico gets that place on his teammate now, up into 13.
Rikus is up to P2.
Remco, please mute your mic on the thingy. Thanks. Maybe I don't think I can do that here. No. Right, so at the top we've got Baby Boy. and then followed by Rikus. So Rikus up into P2 from Buerta, and then followed closely by his teammate Imi, P3 and P4 for Red Bull. So let's have a look at this front guys for a while. They're going to be trying to catch back up to Baby Boy. Baby Boy should be one of the title favorites. He is a rapid driver. He's just had a bit of a up and down start to the season so far, but he looks like he's making good on that in the sprint. Here comes Buerta on Rikus, back into P2 as Buerta goes a bit wide. Does that invite Rikus back? Not quite. Buerta just about able to hang on to P2 as he goes wide again. Those will be track limit warnings, I'm assuming. Oof, as these drivers are centimeters apart. This is great racing from all of them. As Rikus did get up into P2 again. And Skylar Sims, Imi, up into P3. Followed by Vidim Puzzle in P4. And then Buerta dropped down to P5. And then he's followed closely by Sugar Bear. So Sugar Bear is the last driver in this train. David's now trying to catch back up. Trying to get into the DRS. As we've got these two drivers side by side. Vidim Puzzle and Imi. And it looks like Vidim Puzzle got that move done. So fantastic driving from the McLaren driver. Getting up into P3. And that's a crucial move for him because the DRS straight is coming. Madri van der Merwe says, let's go Vidim Puzzle. Madri, welcome to the stream. Good to see you supporting your driver. Let's see if he can make up another place down this main straight as Baby Boy has checked out in P1. The gap 2.3 seconds. But here comes Vidim Puzzle. Can he close into Rikus or is the gap a bit big? I think the gap might be a bit too big. Here he comes though. Round the outside. Late on the brakes. Rikus on the inside. Manages to keep a hold of that position just about. And down the start finish straight we go again. Can anyone go for the move this time? Here comes Imi on the outside. And he gets the move done. Fantastic racing. Imi back up into P3. Vidim Puzzle down to P4. And these guys keep swapping every lap. And that's just allowing Baby Boy get even further clear. As here goes Imi up into P2. Opportunistic move from the Red Bull driver. But he's not done yet. Rikus up his inside. They leave space. It's crazy. Wheel-to-wheel racing. As there's a bit of an incident behind. Vidim Puzzle still in P4. But Sugar Bear now gets past Buerta for P5. And Buerta now dropping down to P6. Followed closely by David's P7. Who was able to close that gap. So he is now in this DRS train for P2. Although I say DRS train, Vidim Puzzle has dropped just outside a second. Can he get to inside a second in this corner? I think he did. I think he gets DRS. So that is crucial for Vidim Puzzle. Although he's got some damage. Look at that front wing on the right end plate. There's a bit of damage on that McLaren. You'll see it when he comes past. Look at the right side of his front wing. That end plate is gone. So he will lose a bit of downforce for these last 3 laps. But that shouldn't hinder him too much. I think he might lose a couple of tenths, but he will be fine. It's not like he's going to be losing seconds per lap. That is not going to be the case. So Buerta still within DRS, followed by David and Winter. And now we've got the top 8 all within DRS of the guy in P2. So Rikus up into P2, followed by Imi, followed by Vidim Puzzle, followed by Sugar Bear. Then you've got Buerta, Davids and Winterish Iowa, who's just gone out of that 1 second range again. Baby Boy has checked out. That's a 4 second gap to P2, so he is looking very good to win the sprint. But I'm going to focus on this P2 to P8 battle because it is for the points, and it's a very, very spicy battle between 7 drivers. So I'm going to stay on board with these front guys. Sorry to the guys who are on the bottom half of the field, but we do need to focus on these front guys. So we've got Imi, only 4/10 behind Rikus. Can he go for the move down the straight again? Bottom puzzle. I think he missed the DRS this time. I think he's missed the DRS, which is not very good for him. Yeah, he's not getting DRS. These guys are getting DRS. So Sugar Bear is going to go for the move. Here he comes around the outside, and he's going to have the move done even before they get to the braking zone. Oh, as Buerta runs a bit wide, but manages to stay there. And then David's still in P7, Winter is still in P8. Sugar Bear, by burning his battery and using the DRS, has managed to get back into the DRS of Imi ahead. Apologies. Holly says, let's go Rikus. Hello Holly. Welcome to you as well. Rikus running in P2, having a strong sprint. If you guys have joined us a bit late, this is a sprint race, so it's not the main feature race. 8 points for P1, down until 1 point for P8. As Buerta again just breaks a bit too late. He goes wide, or was that Imi? That was Imi. But he manages to stay in P3, so crucial for him. As now Buerta very close to getting outside of the 1 second gap, which means he will lose DRS down that back straight. But now in these corners he's able to close back up because, for example, Sugar Bear ahead has a lot of dirty air because he's so close to the guy ahead of him. So yeah. Holly says, oh Holly, is that Remco? I think that's Remco. He's saying his teammate is doing well. Cool. My bad. I thought Holly was like a girlfriend or someone. Forgive me, Remco. Right, so here comes Sugar Bear on the outside of Imi. Both of them got past Rikus there. And Imi seems to have got the position into P2. So Imi is in P2. Then you've got Sugar Bear in P3. No, Rikus in P3. Rikus gets the move done into turn 1. And Sugar Bear down into P4. Buerta in P5. David's in P6. Bottom in P7. And then Winterish in P8. So David's did manage to get past Bottom Puzzle. As did Buerta actually. Bottom Puzzle did drop down to P7 with that wing damage. So we'll see. But now this is the final lap of the sprint, guys. So this is what it all comes down to. Baby Boy is going to win the sprint unless something crazy happens. Baby Boy is going to take the sprint victory, and then it's going to be between these drivers to see who gets P2. At the moment, I would say Rikus is in a very good position because he's going to get DRS down that back straight. But does Imi have enough ERS and enough tires? Because remember, he's on the hards. So he will have a lot more grip than these guys on the mediums. As there's a yellow flag, that's a Mercedes, that's Don Rabico falling down the pack. But we have to focus at the front. So Imi has he broken the DRS to Rikus? No, he hasn't. Rikus does get DRS, but I think he's going to be too far back to do anything on this final lap in the sprint. He's too far back. He's not going to go for a lunge from that far back, but does he have enough battery to maybe go for it on this final pod? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Baby Boy crosses the line to win the sprint, and then it's going to be Imi coming in P2, followed by Rikus, Sugar Bear, Buerta, Davids, Winterish, Vidim Puzzle, and then Storming Thunderhead in P9. You've got James in P10, Big T in P11, Debo Croc in P12, followed by Japes in P13, Centerfault in 14, Spinnerkop, and then you're going to have Don Rabico in P16, and then Pantry Star is going to be the final place of the finishers, and then Spikes with the DNF. Wow, what a crazy sprint, guys. A lot of action, a lot of overtakes. If that's going to be
Why are we speaking to France again?
If that is how the race is going to go, we are in for a treat.
In France, yes.
Just got to get these results quickly.
Okay, because I'm hearing him on the other side.
There we go. See if we can quickly grab the race director. Just about. Okay. Cool stuff. Right, so what's going to happen now, guys, is unfortunately in this game, we cannot set a grid for the feature race as well. So all the drivers, let me just quickly say here, no incidents in chat. Ready up and retire from the race. So what's going to happen is everyone's going to ready up and retire from the race now because we can't set the grid. So it's going to use the same grid that we used for the sprint, which is obviously not what we want to do. We want to take the race results. So this is going to be chaos because everyone's is just going to retire and DNF each other. There we go. Front wings all over the place. People crashing into each other. This is the chaos of LSA. Sprint races for you. Remco straight into the wall. You love to see it. Now, is Pantry still in the session? Oh no, I hope he can retire. What's happening? D-Square, please retire. Please don't leave the session. Okay, seems everyone has retired, so that's great. Okay, then this was the sprint results, which I think I did get them, so that's fine. Okay, so what's going to happen now? Everyone's going to go back to the lobby. I'm going to reset the grid with the race results, with the sprint results, apologies, and then we are going to ready up for the race. So while we do that, I am going to leave you with the intro music, and then we should be going in around 5 to 10 minutes. We will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Cool. See you all then. Hello everyone, welcome back. So we are on the grid, ready for the main race. We are going to get going at 20:54 local South African time, so in about 4 minutes. We have set the grid, and yeah, it's going to be a good one. We do have D Square Rapper and Remco in the lobby, so they missed the sprint. Remco is in, I think he stays in the UK somewhere, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, obviously the UK clocks changed on Sunday, so it's an hour earlier for him now. So he just forgot a bit about the starting time. So he missed the sprint, but he's in for the race. And so Remco is here, and then D Square Rapper, he had a bit of a connection issue and couldn't get into the lobby in time, but he sorted that out and he is in the lobby for the race. So fantastic. We've got all 20 drivers on the grid for the race. It's going to be a good one. Unfortunately for those two, they are going to start at the back, obviously, because they didn't take part in the sprint. But yeah, it's a long race. A lot can happen, and yeah, it's going to be a really good one. So let's while we wait for these guys to choose their strategies, choose their setups, let me just remind everyone to choose their setups. That is important. Okay, so while everyone is loading their setups, we've still got 2 minutes. So let's chat through how this is going to go down. We've got the championship leader, Big T, starting in P11. Mango, who's in P2 in the championship, he is not racing tonight. He's got a family commitment. So good luck to you, Mango. And then P3 in the championship is, I think it's James, or is it Storming Thunderhead? Let me double check that quickly. It's Storming Thunderhead. He is starting the race in P11. No, Big T's in P11. Storming Thunderhead is P9. Yes. So, of the top 8 who are starting the race in the top 8, I don't think any of them are very high up in the championship. So, it's a fantastic chance for them to get some good points in the championship. And that is exactly why we have the reverse order sprints. It just allows for the guys who don't usually qualify at the top to have a really good race and score some good points. Still got 1 more minute before we ready up. And I don't know what to talk about anymore. But yeah, so far so good. The racing has been clean. Racing has been good. Right, let's give the ready up signal. Let's go. Keep it clean, as you guys always do. That's one thing about these drivers. They are not just extremely fast, but extremely respectful and very clean. The odd incident happens here and there, but yeah, these guys are at the top of their class when it comes to racecraft, when it comes to speed. And yeah, this is going to be a great race. I think China has 29 laps, if I remember correctly. And yeah, we'll see how the race unfolds. I am excited for it. Let me quickly grab some water. Right, here we go. It's lights out and away we go. Baby boy from pole getting a good start. We've got some yellow flags behind. Not sure what those yellows were for, but looks like everyone is getting through turn 1 pretty cleanly. Not seeing any wings flying, so it looks like everyone has got through that perfectly clean. Right, baby boy already stretching another gap. Oh, there's a big crash. There's a massive crash. Oh, that's going to be a safety car. Surely. There is a massive pile up behind. I don't know what happened there. We've got a Winterish Iowa spun around. And he got tangled with an Aston Martin who I think was storming Thunderhead. Wow, no safety car. Crazy. But Winterish has got a lot of wing damage now. I only saw that. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but that was a bit of chaos there. So hopefully after the race we can see what happened. But looking at the tires, we've got Baby Boy on the mediums, then we've got Imi on the hards. And then we've got a bunch of drivers on the mediums. And then we've got Don Rabico and Spikes on the hards. And then a couple of drivers on mediums again. And then Sensifold, Pantry Star and Winterish Iowa on hards as well. So not a great start for Winterish, because being on the hards, he would have wanted to go long into the stint. But he will have to pit pretty early because of that wing damage. Baby Boy takes the fastest lap. He leads the first lap. Can he win the sprint and win the feature race and put himself back on the map in this championship? That'll be a statement of intent from the Visa RB driver. Imi, we've got another yellow flag. That's just drivers in the pits. I think Remco missed the pit entry there. That's why there was a few yellow flags. But we've got Sugar Bear going up the inside of Imi. So he will have more grip on those mediums. The mediums do come into a working temperature a bit quicker because they're a softer rubber. They give a bit more grip, but they don't last as long. So that is the kind of trade-off you have between going for mediums or going for hards. Do you want the faster tire at the start, or do you want the faster tire at the end of the race? The mediums probably only last about 8 or 9 laps, but they're probably only good for about 5 or 6. After that, the performance does drop off quite significantly. As look at this long train of cars. Look at that LSA banner at the top, looking beautiful on the stream. Is anyone going for a move? We've got Imi dropping behind Rikus. Rikus going for the move. Does he get it done? Yes, he does. Using those mediums to good effect is Rikus, and now he has got to try and stay within the DRS of Sugar Bear, who has got some good pace, it seems, in that Aston Martin. We have got Bueta now diving into the pits. I wonder if he's got damage. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But now Sugar Bear 2 seconds behind Baby Boy. Rikus almost a second behind Sugar Bear. He's got to drive the wheels off his car in this next sector to make sure that he gets within a second of Sugar Bear. He does have quite similar batteries, so this is going to be a straight up fight. Pace versus pace. And then we've got Davids in P5 right behind Imi. Imi does seem to be struggling a little bit for pace in these opening laps, but that could just be the hards taking a few laps to, you know, get into a good working range in terms of temperature. As again, all of these drivers still within DRS. We've got Big T up into P8 already, started P11, so he's made up 3 places. Storming Thunderhead's made up 2 places, he started in P9. As now we've got Gems on the inside of a Haas. That's of David's. Does he get the move done? No, he doesn't. David's able to defend. James stays in P6, followed by Storming, followed by Big T, followed by Verum Puzzle in P9. Hey Shoal, Blue Turtle in the chat. Why aren't you racing? Did you DNF? No ways! Why aren't you racing? Anyway, Blue Turtle's in the chat. Welcome. You retired in the pits. Why? Why did you do that? That's naughty. Oh! There's a move. Aston up the inside. That's Storming Thunderhead getting past James. James is going to try and hold it up the inside. And I think he managed to keep the position. No, they're still going side by side. But now James will have the inside for this double left, and I think he's going to keep the position. Good racing by the pair of them. As we can see, Big T right on the gearbox. And there's another send from Storming Thunderhead. He goes a bit deep. Does he get the position? I think he might have. No, James is still ahead. They neck and neck going down the back straight. All of them have DRS. So now it's about who has the lower wings. And Big T up into P6. Massive lockup from the Haas driver. As he goes wide, he pushes Storming Thunderhead off track. And they both lose a lot of positions. I think that might have been on Big T. I saw a massive lockup from him. And unfortunately, him and Storming Thunderhead go from P6 and 7 to P10 and P11. And that has promoted Spike and Don Rabico up into the top 8. As now Emmy has wing damage. We missed that. So Blue Turtle says 14th in the sprint to 2nd. Teammate takes me out on the turn on the long straight. Get the 20-second time penalty, ends 14th. I've never been so negative being 1st and 2nd. Oh, shucks. Sounds like that is a bit of a roller coaster for you there. Right, so Baby Boy again. Basically controlling this race. Managing that 2-second gap to Sugar Bear. Who has in turn built a gap to Rikus. And now Rikus is trying to get Imi outside of DRS, because Imi does have wing damage. So Rikus maybe trying to stretch his legs a little bit. David's now right on the back of Imi. And yeah, just for those who don't know, Imi is Skylar Sims. So not a new driver. He's been in LSA for a long time. And yeah, just he changed to PC recently, and his Steam name is different from his PlayStation name. As David's now up the outside, around the outside of Imi. Can he keep the position? I think he does. You'll have the inside from the next corner, and that's David's up into P4. Strong position for the Haas driver. And now he is going to settle after his Ferrari engine counterpart, as here comes James. Round the outside, no, not quite. Imi able to maintain P5 for the moment. He'll have the inside for the next corner. And I think he's going to keep a hold of that position. James stays in P6 for now. But here he comes. Round the outside for turn 4. Is this turn 4? Turn 5? Somewhere there. But he's not able to do it around the outside. He has to stay in P6 for now. Great racing. Great racing from these guys. Turtle says on the last lap we would have been 1st and 2nd. Oh man, that's very unfortunate. Two teammates, Rosberg Hamilton vibes, getting into an incident on the final lap. Look at this massive DRS train. Does Storming have damage? I don't see damage. But everyone up until Big T in a massive DRS train, and James only 2/10 behind Imi. Can he... Oh no, now it's 16. Puzzle is only a 10th behind James, so can Puzzle go for a move into the hairpin? He's on the outside. He brakes later and he gets... I think he gets the move done. There's a bit of contact from behind the Mercedes of Don, but I think they all get through there unscathed, and that's Puzzle up into P6. Madri, if you're still supporting, if you're still in the stream, Puzzle, as I was going to praise him for getting the move done, he drops back to P7 as James is back up into P6. What a battle between these guys. This is fantastic to watch. Imi with the wing damage really actually doing pretty well to stick with Rikus here. As David's is up into P3, so David's got past, and that's Big T past Spikes. There's more contact. That's Spikes and Don Rabico. I saw some wings flying there. That's Don Rabico with wing damage. Spikes still looks like he has his wing intact. Don Rabico with the right end plate damage there. And now he's outside of DRS from the cars ahead. And yeah, that's going to be quite a struggle for him. Can he get back into the DRS? Only a second. He's going to be burning his battery to try and get back in. Rikus has left the session. No. Let's see if we can quickly invite him back. He was doing so well. Rikus, I've sent you an invite. He's going to be dropping down the field now, unfortunately. As there goes Villain Puzzle and Big T. Rikus loses 2 positions as his AI controlled car obviously isn't as fast. As there goes Don Rabico past him as well. And Spikes. And Storming. Wow. Rikus just lost like 6 positions there, unfortunately for him. Storming Thundered. Up the inside of Spikes, just about. Spikes leaves in the room. Great racing from the 2 of them. Now Spikes has the inside for turn 3. Who comes out on top? Spikes still ahead. They're going to go side by side through this little kink. And then it's the right hand of... I think this is actually turn 6, mind you. And now Storming, I think... Did he get the move done? No. There's more contact. Oh, this race is a little bit of a contact sport tonight. Drivers making quite a bit of contact. Big T up into P6 now. He did get past Villain Puzzle somewhere. I missed that. There's so much chaos happening. I'm struggling to keep a hold of everything. But in that where Rikus disconnected, David was able to break away. So you've got Baby Boy leading the race in a race of his own here. 2.4 seconds from Sugar Bear. And there's some action behind here. James getting past Imi. Is Big T also going for the move? He is. Big T going for the move. He gets past Imi as well. As Imi dives into the pits. Oh no! Oh no! Imi is dead! Imi has retired! Is that a safety car? It is! It's a safety car! Imi, he's crashed in the pit lane. And he brings out, I actually think that's the first safety car of the LSA season. Oh no! Skylar Sims in the wall. Oh my goodness, what have we just witnessed? As now Rikus has just pit for hards. So that's actually pretty perfect timing for him. He's going to be able to go to the end. I would have gone an extra lap, let me say this, because the guys at the front did miss the safety cars. So they are all under a delta, which means you wouldn't have lost positions if you put it at the end of this lap. So guys like Rikus, B-Square, those guys are... They're not gonna... It's not gonna really make a big difference. As long as they just look after the tire on this basically out lap or in lap. But yeah, that is... that's one of those things. So let's have a look strategy-wise. All of these top guys, this is pretty perfect for all of them because they are going to go to hards and they should be able to finish the race on those hards. This is maybe not too ideal for someone like Don Rabico, who can fix his wing at least, but he would have hoped to be going a bit longer, I think. So let's just confirm, Baby Boy, is he going to dive into the pits? I would assume so. Yes. Baby Boy into the pits. Sugar Bear into the pits. David's into the pits. I can't see any of them not pitting. James into the pits. Big T might get held up a little bit here by David, depending on what happens. He is backing the guys up a bit. But yeah, everyone is pitting, as you can see. So where does Rikus then come out? Can Rikus gain a few places? I don't think so, because everyone would have been driving under the Delta. So I don't think he's going to be able to gain any positions, actually. Unfortunately for him. As he gets a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Wow. Rikus, if you are watching this afterwards, maybe report that. That looked a bit dodgy. You did go off the track, but yeah, straight 10-second penalty. That seems a bit glitchy from the game. I cannot say it will definitely be removed. I'm not in the position to say that yet, but report it, and the stewards will definitely be able to have a look at that for you. So he did come out ahead of Big T, who I'm assuming did a wing change then, because he's all of a sudden far back from all of these other guys. Big T down on P11. Did he get held up in the pits, or did he... Let's have a look. Where were we now? Lap 8. Front wing for Spinnerkop. And yeah, front wing for Big T. So he did change his front wing. Interesting. So he had front wing damage. Okay. Right. Safety cars should do another lap, I'm assuming, given how spread the field still is. We can give Baby Boy some screen time, finally. He's been so far ahead in the sprint and in the race that we haven't really featured him a lot. So he's been having a great day so far here in China. Same with Sugar Bear, actually. Sugar Bear hasn't been featured too much in the race. He's been in P2 all the way. David's a fantastic race. Let's have a look, position changes. So Baby Boy starting in pole. He's still leading. Sugar Bear up 2 places. David up 3. James up 6. Bottom Puzzle up 3. Don up 10 and Spikes up 11. So Don and Spikes on a mission here. Although remember, they are a bit on the back foot because they will have to pit again. Don also didn't change his wing, so he's still got the wing damage. But Don and Spikes on the mediums, so they will have to pit again. I'm going to assume they might pit for hards. If they did go for the harder allocation, it means they will have 2 sets of hards and they can pit for another set of hards. That would be the most ideal, I believe. Because doing medium from here, it's not too bad. They will have to do 17 laps. That's 8 and 9 laps on the 2 medium stints, which isn't the worst. But I think a set of hards would have been a bit more ideal. And you've got Storming up 1. Debo Croc up 3. So good debut race for him so far. Remember, he started the sprint at the back because he's a reserve. And so he made his way up into P12. He finished the sprint in P12. Started the race in P12 and is now running firmly inside the top 10. So great race from Debo Croc. Rikus is in P10. He was also doing fantastically well. I think he was running in P3 or P4. And then unfortunately disconnected. Luckily we were able to get him back in the session. So Rikus is racing. But unfortunately he has dropped a bunch of positions from being disconnected. Then we've got Big T in P11. D Square Rapper in P12. Japes in P13 and Guetta in P14. And then the 2 Alpines here at the back of the field. Will they catch up in time? No. So the safety car is going to do another lap. We've got one more lap of safety car racing before we get underway. Got a massive mosquito bite on my car, so I'm trying to do the stream while scratching my calf because it's itching so much, and it's not working out very well at the moment. So this race has definitely had a bit more spice, I would say, than the previous two at Australia and Mexico. We had that lap 1 incident. Who was involved in that? I think there was an Aston, was it Storming Thunderhead? There was a Sauber, I think it was Winterish, Iowa, who's currently in P17. I think they were involved. I don't know what happened, so I can't say whose fault it was. But there we go, safety car in this lap. So Baby Boy now will slow the pack down, and we will get racing at the end of lap 12, and we have 16 laps to go. Hopefully everyone keeps it clean on the restart. There goes Bernd Mailander in the safety car, racing the way back to the pits. And Baby Boy now just slowly weaving, keeping the temperature in the tires. And he chooses when they restart. So when he goes, everyone can go. No overtaking before the start-finish line. But you have to watch the car ahead of you. If he goes, you've got to stick with him. Also, you can't go before the safety car is into the pits. So the safety car is entering the pits now, which means anytime from now on, Baby Boy can decide he wants to go, and then everyone behind has to react to him restarting this race. Does he go after the hairpin? I think he's gone. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. Baby Boy's gone early. Sugar Bear has stuck with him. And James running a bit wide in the final corner there. Button Puzzle in P5. Don Rabico P6. A lot of cars running wide in the final corner. Let's go back to the tyre graphic. Right, so now you can see only Don Rabico and Spikes on the mediums. Everyone else on hards. And everyone's hards are 3 or 4 laps old, which means they all put those hards on under the safety car. Winterish Iowa in the pits. He's having a wing change, it seems. So the one thing that this did for Baby Boy is now Sugar Bear is right on his gearbox, where he had a 2.5-3 second gap to P2. Now that gap is gone, and Baby Boy has got a car right behind him, so he can't take it as easy as he did earlier. He will definitely have to keep his wits about him as we come onto the back straight. And now we can see that big LSA banner. There we go. Looking fantastic. It's just LSA banners wherever you look. And Baby Boy defending from Sugar Bear and Davids, who is in P3, and then James in P4. Bit of a gap to him. He's outside of the 1 second range, so these front three are showing quite a lot of pace. DRS enabled. Now it's crucial for James to get within a second, and he did do that. He is within a second of Davids again. Button Puzzle in P5 still running strong. Don Rabico and Spikes on those mediums. I thought maybe they would have made up a position or two by now, being on the softer, faster tyre. But the guys with the hards are doing really well. Debo Croc, there's a second gap from him to Storming Thunderhead, and then there's also a second gap from him to Big T. The Big T will try and close that gap to under a second before they get to the DRS zone. And then Rikus is with an 8 10. of Big T. And so he will be getting DRS if it stays like this. Back to the front, we've got the top, the top 9 all within DRS of each other. Debo Croc has managed to get within the DRS of Storming Thunderhead. Can anyone of them go for a move? Let's have a look. I don't see any gaps that are really small, so we'll stay with these front guys. The Sugar Bear only a couple of tenths behind Baby Boy. Not seeing any moves being made. Guerta is quite close to Japes, but nothing doing there. Remco on the inside. Oh, there's a bit of contact between him and Spinnacle. Remco almost losing the car, but he managed to keep it on track. He did go off track for a brief moment, but he was able to collect it and keep going. Why is there still a yellow flag? Come on, man. Right, so we're still focusing on the top 8. Apex, Big T has got past Debo Croc for P9. And now Big T has got a 2-second gap to this DRS train. So he will need to get a move on if he wants to be in this lead train that's fighting for the win. Baby Boy has broken a second to Sugar Bear. Can Sugar Bear get that gap back down to under a second? He's going to try. Going to be close. I think he's... No. He did it for a moment, but Baby Boy just had a much better exit out of the hairpin. And now you can see Sugar Bear not getting the DRS on this short little home straight. This is now crucial for Baby Boy's race. If he wants to control this race, he needs to break this DRS and try and build a gap like he did in the first stint. Because if you have a 3 or 4 second gap, it does a few things. Number one, it safeguards you against the time penalty. If you do get a 3 second for track limits and you're ahead of 3 seconds from the car behind, you don't lose a position. And the other thing is you can just save tires, you can save a bit more fuel because you're not having to run all of those lines offline and go offline for overtakes and stuff. So your tires do tend to last a bit better. Fight still on the back of Don Rabico here. As Big T has actually managed to close that gap and is now within the DRS of this lead train. So now we've got the top 10. Well, technically not the top 10, but the top 10 all in one DRS train, except for Baby Boy, who is now within a second of Sugar Bear, so it is technically a top 10. Got some battling behind here. We've got Spinnacle and Remco. Remco gets the move done into turn 1, up into P14. Remember in LSA, we give points to the top 15. So Remco and Spinnacle would be scoring points as it stands now. Remco would score 2 points, Spinnacle would score the single solitary point. As we put D Square Rapper and Centerfold going side by side, banging wheels, and then comes Pantry Star right behind them. So that's Centerfold in the Alpine, able to outbrake D Square Rapper, and he is up into P16. D Square Rapper down into P17. I'm so glad I don't have to race this track. It is a really tough track to get right. So David's still leading by roughly a second. I think Sugar Bear and David's are doing enough to just stay within the DRS of Baby Boy. Apologies for that. We've got Big T behind. I thought he was going for a move on someone. Trying to see where the action is. There's not a lot going on, I will be honest. And as I say that, James tries to go around the outside of David's, who David was just able to hold on to that on the outside. He is 2/10 away from storming, doesn't go for a move. I think he half went for it, but Storming was able to stay ahead, as now Davids gets past Sugar Bear for P2. And Gems as well. Fantastic move from Gems up the inside. Okay, Venom Puzzle is quite close to Storming Thunderhead. Not Storming, to Sugar Bear, Storming's teammate. Gap is only 2 to 3/10. And then Big T is also pretty close to Storming Thunderhead. There's a gap there, about 3/10. So the race, even though everyone is still super close to each other, the race seems to have calmed down a bit in terms of this raw overtaking and, you know, chaos. Does seem a bit more ordered. So Sugar Bear will try and get David. Did David's? No, David wasn't P2. James isn't P3. Here comes James. Up the inside of David's. David's brakes later. James gets it stopped, but David's will have the momentum around the outside. And David keeps the position in P2. And again, this fighting is just allowing Baby Boy to run off into the distance, while these guys behind cost each other time, as that's James up into P2 now. I wonder if he's doing something different out of that final corner, because he's always making moves into turn 1. Either that or he's using his ERS extremely efficiently. Which are these front guys? I don't see any damage on any of them. I think Don Rabico is the first one we can really see a little bit of end plate damage. The gap everywhere is around 4 to 5/10, 6/10. The gap to James from David is now almost 8/10. not much happening. Which is crazy because all the cars are so close to each other. But it's almost like the front guy has enough pace to stay ahead, but also enough pace that the guys behind can't really go for overtakes. And as I say that, here comes Big T up the inside of Spikes. For P7, he gets it done. Oh, as he goes into the back of Don Robico, and he's hitting Don almost all the way around the corner. Cassie in the chat, crazy cool Lucky Place field. Yeah, the field is really close, and it's awesome to see. Yeah, Cassie, my brother-in-law, so welcome to you as well. Thanks for tuning in. As now Storming Thunder has caught this pack, so he is now also in this DRS train, which has actually broken up here from Don Rabico and back. So Don will be trying to get under a second. Can he manage it? No, I think he was above a second at the detection point. Which means he doesn't get DRS, yeah. Here comes Big T though. Is he going to go for it? He is. Massive lockup from Big T. Up into P6 is the Haas driver. And now the question is, Cassie says he needed to put the little one to bed. Happy to tune in. Yeah, so 2 weeks ago it was my sister's birthday, Cassie's wife, and today it's their son's birthday. So he turned 1 today, so it's his first birthday. Congrats, Cassie. To you and Janae. Fantastic. Awesome little champ that. Hopefully he gets a good night's rest on his birthday. As we go to the front of the field, we've still got these guys all within DRS of each other, just maintaining like half a second gap to each other. So this is everyone, you can kind of think that they're all just waiting for those last laps. Baby boy in P1 and his teammate in P2. How crazy is this? It's a 1-2 for Visa RB so far. They need to get him a wheel ASAP. Yes, Captain Slow. They actually do. So his pram has like this little plastic wheel on it. So yeah, as Japes has spun the start of the long straight. So yeah, they actually do have him a wheel. But yeah, they're gonna have to get him into sim racing very, very soon. Yeah, our kids are all gonna be into sim racing, definitely. My daughter and my son, and then their son as well. Start them young and see what they can do when they are older. So James is starting to catch up to Baby Boy. So James is really carrying good pace here. 1-year-old is never too young to learn. No, they can do it. You see the videos on social media of these young kids doing these crazy things. But yeah, so James is catching up to Baby Boy, and if they play this right, they can ensure a 1-2 for the team, which would be an insane result. I don't know, I should actually check, but I don't think LSA has had a lot of 1-2s. And the reason why obviously is because the way we do the teammate divisions. So we split the tier at the start of the season into the 10 faster drivers and 10 slower drivers on paper, and then those guys get paired up with each other. So one guy from the fast group, one guy from the slower group gets paired together randomly, and that obviously kind of means that usually there's not 1-2s because the person who was in the slower group is there for a reason, you know, not necessarily fighting for wins every week. So if they can secure a 1-2, that would be insane. But Haas are also having a good day. P3 and P5 for David and Big T. Big T just got past Verum Puzzle there. Verum Puzzle dropping down to P6. Still an awesome race for him if he can finish in 6th. And then you've got Storming Thunderhead back in 7th, followed very closely by Spikes, who is now P8. Don Rabico has dropped a few positions. He's now in P9 on those old mediums. And they're going to try and take these mediums to the end. I thought they would pit, honestly. But it looks like they are going to try and make it to the end on those old mediums. Cassie says, 100% but I already have my eyes on a setup for him. All in good time, but hopefully soon. 100%. 100%. So, Sugar Bear, right on the back of David. Only 3 tenths. David's only 5 tenths away from James. Only 4 laps to go at the end of this lap. So this is really going to boil down to the last couple of laps. Baby Boy has increased that gap back to 2 seconds. So maybe he was saving a bit of battery or just saving a bit of fuel or something for a couple of laps. But he has extended that gap again to 2 seconds. James, and this is what I mean, James is just fast enough that by the time they get to the straight, David is too far back to go for the overtake, but he's close enough that he can use his battery to close up to James, which means the guys behind don't really have a chance to overtake because everyone is pushing, you know, to the limit. As Big T now gets past Sugar Bear as well, and now it's a Haas 3-4. The question is, does David's... Oh, he does. David's let Big T go at a very odd place. Which almost cost Big T the DRS. And it almost cost David the position. It did cost him a position, you know. And it might cost him too. Because here comes Verum Puzzle on the inside, which now turns to the outside for this corner. But David just about manages to keep the position, but David did lose the position to Sugar Bear, who capitalizes on the teammates trying to swap. What I always say is you don't want to swap in a corner because that's where you lose the most time. You want to swap on a straight. So yeah, David, I can understand him not wanting to cost his teammate time and, you know, wanting to do the swap as quickly as possible, but yeah, doing it in the corner, it's always going to be a bit of a risky one, as now Big T up into P2. Big T here to upset the Visa RB's day. They were running in 1 and 2. Not running in 1 and 2 anymore. What would you do if you're in James's shoes? Try to keep P2 or push you push for P1 to secure RB12? Well, the best thing for James would have been to get into Baby Boy's DRS so that he could stay in P2. But yeah, now I think the main thing for James, never mind, yeah, they stopped basically as you sent it. So I think the big thing now is Big T is for James to try and stay close to Big T. If he can stay close to Big T, he could get that position back on the final lap. But it looks like Big T is bolting away at this stage, as he is almost in Baby Boy's DRS, and he's almost dropped James out of DRS. So James does have a lot of battery, and I would suggest he use it to ensure he stays close to Big T. He doesn't want to drop outside of that 1 second range. Yeah, let's see what these guys do. Apologies to the guys in the lower half of the grid, but I can see your gaps are all bigger than a second. And there's a massive fight for P2, P1 here at the moment. So yeah, I do have to focus on these front guys. I do want to give everyone screen time. But yeah, the way it's just worked out today is that unfortunately we do have to focus on these front guys. As now James has actually dropped outside of the 1 second range, and Big T is within a second of Baby Boy. Can Big T win another race? He's won the opening 2 races. He got the fastest lap in Melbourne, which means he's on 61 points out of a possible 62. He finished P11 in the sprint, which means he didn't get those 8 points. But he's in a very good position here to take this win, because Baby Boy doesn't have anything to defend with here. Gotta love the competitiveness of Tier 1. It's great to see. Yeah, these guys are really close. I think, was it last week in Mexico where like the top 16 were all within a second of one another in qualifying? It was something ridiculous. So Big T now is getting up to the back of Baby Boy. The question is, can Baby Boy keep enough of his battery and build enough of a gap to Big T on this final lap to ensure that he gets P1? All Big T's titled rivals will be cheering for Baby Boy at this stage. They will be cheering him on, saying, "Go Baby Boy, get the win." And Big T will be desperate to get past and take the win. That would make it 3 from 3 in feature races for the season. Reminiscent of my season last time out, where I won. I think it was like the first 6 races or the first 7 races I won. I missed one of them due to being away on holiday. But all of the races I raced, I won the first 6 of them. And yeah, Maluma Jonas still took the title challenge to me up until the final race. And then we finished the season level on points. That was one of the craziest ends to a league racing season I've ever witnessed. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. The video is on the YouTube, on the LSA YouTube channel. It was uploaded a couple of weeks ago at the end of the season. But yeah, back to this race. We're on the final lap. We're on the final straight. Baby Boy has saved his battery really well, and now it's a straight shoot to this final hairpin. He's trying to break the toe. Big T goes to the outside. Does he get the move done? Baby Boy breaks as late as he can, and they go off track. They go off track. James, can James get the win? No, he can't. He's too far back, but he sneaks into P2. He sneaks into P2, and that's Big T down to P3. What a crazy finish to the race. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So on track, this is how it finishes. The stewards will have their say. I'm pretty sure about that. But we're not going to discuss any incidents, because that's not my job. My job is to bring you the action. And wow, what a lot of action we just witnessed. That is crazy. And yeah, what a finish to the race. Baby Boy seals it. Death Queen says, W Sugar Bear. Crazy finish to the race. We have a RB12, we have a Haas 3.5, and then we've got an Aston Martin 4.7. Theon says, what was that? Theon, it's tough. It's tough. I'm not going to discuss incidents. What I will say is there was a stage earlier in the race, or it was in the sprint, I'm not sure, where something similar happened with you on the inside with another car. So I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on it. But yeah, we'll let the stewards decide. I'm just here to bring the action, and what a great race it was. Baby Boy takes the win on track. Obviously, pending steward outcomes, we've got Baby Boy, we've got James a 1-2 for RB, then we've got Big T in P3, Sugar Bear. Let me just quickly grab these results. And then we've got David's in P5, Vidim Puzzle in P6, Storming Thunder at P7, Spikes P8, Don Rabico P9, Debo Croc P10, Remco P11, Buerta P12, Spinnacle P13, Pantry Star 14, and Centerfold 15, rounding out the points. Imi, your only retiree for the race, as he tried to enter the pits. Can you believe it? Let me just quickly grab the race director. There we go. And that is it. Now, next up, we are going to have the thingamaroos, what do you call it? The post-race interview. So let's go Baby Boy, James, and Tian. Where is Big T? There's Big T. Join T1 voice, please. Someone left. Okay, either way. Hey, James.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Tian.
How's it, man?
Let's just see if Baby Boy is gonna join. We'll see if he has Baby Boy. Hey, here we go. Right, let's start with the race winner, Baby Boy. Congrats on a friggin' superb day. You won the sprint. Let me just quickly turn this down. I'm gonna do that. Right. So, Baby Boy, you won the sprint. You won the race. Just didn't get the fastest lap, but a great day for you.
Yeah, man, wasn't as easy as it seemed, you know. The sprint was good, but yeah, for the main race at the start, yeah, I was looking very good. I was doing tire saving up until the safety car came out, and then eventually when the safety car came out, we all pitted, and then yeah, I had to break out of DRS. I pushed so hard, yeah, I damaged my tires, and then for the last 10 laps, I had to save tires like crazy while managing the gap behind. It was super tough. For the last, I think, 3 laps, yeah, those were the tough because I ended the race with about 80-something% on the front left.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I must say the first stint you were controlling it. And then the safety car obviously brought everyone back, and Sugar Bear had pretty good pace. So yeah, he managed to stick with you for a while until you broke the DRS again. And then Tian just somewhere, he was like in 10th, and then all of a sudden he was like 4th, 5th, 3rd, and then he came for you those last few laps. But James, I just want to get to you first. P2, a 1-2 for RB. I don't think we've had many RB. I don't think we've had many 1-2s in LSA history. So obviously pending the steward outcomes, but yeah, great race for RB there.
I honestly didn't think I was going to be anywhere near a podium contention. Kinda don't like driving it. But yeah, I was in the right place in the right time. The right safety got helped immensely. Pit stop, and yeah, worked out well for me.
Awesome, awesome. Tian, another good race for you. Not a win on track at least, but a great result to gain some points, gain more points on your title rivals.
Would have been a win. I don't know. It wasn't a straightforward sprint race, Jim. And final break turn, and then main race up one turn. I don't know if you thought I was ghosting or not. My car was white. But yeah, then the safety car came out. I was actually happy it came out because I meant to start on hards.
Oh no.
Safety car came out. But yeah, then I had to fix my wing and from like 4th to 11th.
Yeah, I saw you dropped a couple of places in the pit stop phase.
Yeah, so then I was like, okay, it'll be cool, but I was worried about not passing Storming because quite like a race. We managed to get past. And then I realized I could maybe catch Baby Boy. It'd be tight. And I caught him. I did think about going for the swing back in the final. He would give me this.
Yeah, we'll let the stewards handle that. But yeah, anyway, guys, awesome race. Thanks for the entertainment. And I will see you guys on track next week. Have a good one. Cheers. Thanks, guys. Bye. Right, everyone, that concludes the stream for round 3 of LSA. Death Queen, thanks for the comms. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, keeping me company. I hope you enjoyed the race. And to everyone who watched, I hope you enjoyed it. That was one of the better races we've seen in quite a while. There was a lot of overtakes, a lot of action, not a lot of DNFs, which is always good. And we had a bit of a mixed strategy. Had a bit of damage for a few guys. So yeah, this race had almost everything. That's it for me, guys. Have a good evening, and we'll see each other again next week. Cheers.